What if I told you that somewhere out there, another version of you might be living a completely different life right now? Maybe you became a musician instead of a scientist, or maybe you decided to follow your heart and move to a different city. Well, it turns out that this isn't just a fun thought experiment, it's actually a real scientific theory. And scientists are seriously considering the possibility that there are infinite versions of you living out all of these different realities. In fact, there are 3 mind-bending theories about parallel universes that you need to know about. So buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride through the cosmos. First up is the many worlds theory. This theory suggests that every time you make a decision, your life splits into multiple timelines. In one timeline, you choose pizza. In the other, you choose salad. Okay, that example was lame. How about this one? Every decision you make splits the universe. In one universe, you decide to become a musician, and in another, a scientist. Now, it gets pretty wild because this theory suggests that every possible outcome actually happens in a different universe. So there's a universe where you're a famous musician, another where you're a world-renowned scientist, and even one where you're both. While this may sound like a fun way to explore different paths without any consequences, it also raises some serious questions. Like, if all these universes are constantly splitting, what happens to the old versions of us in the other universes? Do they continue on without us, or do they also split? It's enough to make your head spin. Next up is the bubble universe theory. This theory comes from the idea of cosmic inflation. Imagine our universe as a bubble floating in a vast sea of others. Each bubble is a separate universe with its own laws of physics and dimensions. This means that there could be infinite versions of you in other bubbles, each living their own unique reality. But here's where things get really interesting. According to this theory, these universes are constantly popping into existence, and some may even collide. If that happens, it could cause some pretty wild effects, like the laws of physics as we know them breaking down. Scientists actually think that this might have happened in our own universe, which is why we see things like dark matter and dark energy. Last but not least is the string theory and brane multiverse. This one's a bit more complicated, so bear with me. In a nutshell, string theory suggests that our universe is like a 3D sheet floating in higher dimensional space. Now, this sheet can have other 3D sheets close by, which contain their own universes. These are called branes. Just imagine that each brane is like a movie screen, and on each screen there's a different universe playing out. Our universe could be just one of many, perhaps even neighboring a dimension where your alternate self is living a completely different life. So which of these theories is true? Well, the truth is we don't know. That hasn't stopped scientists from trying to prove them. Experiments like the Large Hadron Collider help scientists look for evidence of these different universes. Who knows what they might find? But here's the real question. Do you want to live in a universe where you're a famous musician, a world-renowned scientist, or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments below, and hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.